The Wheel of Time lore can be confusing, so let's start at the very beginning. The Creator. In the beginning, there was the Creator. The Creator made everything, existence itself. This includes all dimensions and universes. Each came to being because the Creator wanted it. Which sounds like a lot, and honestly it is. So you can think of the Creator as a gardener. Within each universe there are many worlds, and some in the series describe each world as a grape on a vine. The gardener, or Creator, would be sad to see a grape or world die, but would quickly move on because of all the other grapes. Now, another way to look at this would be the Creator has a beautiful flower garden. Each flower is a world. Here is the exact quote in the 10th Wheel of Time book, Crossroads of Twilight. The Creator had made the world and then left humankind to make of it what they would, a heaven or the pit of doom by their choosing. The Creator had made many worlds, watched each flower or die, and gone on to make endless worlds beyond. A gardener did not weep for each blossom that fell. This may sound cold, but from the perspective of a being that created everything, what is an ant to a human? Now, whether the Creator is an actual entity or simply everything that makes up existence without true consciousness, it can't be said. We do get indications while the Creator can communicate with sentient creatures that it almost never does. One of the two suggested times that the Creator spoke was to even say, "Hey, I'm not going to interfere with your world." Well, they said it a bit better. Here's the exact wording. "I will take no part. Only the Chosen One can do what must be done, if he will." Now, whether that is the Creator will probably never be answered. Brandon Sanderson, who finished the series for the late Robert Jordan, expressed that Jordan never wanted a definite answer to whether it was the Creator's voice or not. If we want to look inverse, Maureen believes that the Creator never interferes. Here's what she says in chapter 42 of Eye of the World, the first book in the Wheel of Time series. "The pattern presents a crisis, and at the same time a way to surmount it. If I did not know it was impossible, I would almost believe the Creator is taking a hand." She says later in the same chapter, "Whether it is the Creator or fate or even the Dark One, the pattern has chosen our path for us." It is also believed that there are a select amount of people that can be vessels for the Creator, though they are not the Creator themselves, simply having a part of the Creator in them. Think of an avatar. If we believe the times in the books to be actually the Creator and not a hallucination or another entity coming in there pretending, it seems like the Creator is aware of its worlds but does very little to interfere, which might explain why it imprisoned the Dark One. So let's go all the way back to the Creator creating existence. The Creator made a great cosmic loom, a 7-spoked wheel, to house everything it made. This great cosmic loom spins slowly through eternity, powered by the one power through the true source. Not to be confused with the true power, which comes from the Dark One, someone we will get to. This great cosmic loom is known as the Wheel of Time, which weaves patterns from the threads of human lives and events. These designs that it creates are known as the Great Pattern, which encompasses the totality of existence, past, present, and future, but not only that, all that could be and might have been. The Great Pattern must be maintained in order for the Wheel of Time to exist. While small changes can be made by threads of individuals that want to change their destiny, anything too large that disrupts the Great Pattern cannot be allowed and has to be corrected. When the change deviates from the Great Pattern too much, the wheel will bend one or more life threads, forcing all the threads to swirl around it, which causes the nearby threads to swirl around it as well, and so on. That bending of the web creates a 𝑡𝑣𝑖𝑟𝑖𝑛.
You're 𝑡𝑣𝑖𝑟𝑖𝑛. All 5 of you focal points for the wheel. Usually there's only 1, maybe 2 in a generation, but 5 of you in one village.
These special people can all affect the pattern in different ways, such as Matt warps the laws of probability in his favor. So as long as the threads don't move or change too much and the pattern is maintained, these special people aren't necessary. Now, something that really wants to mess up the creator's pattern is the Dark One. At the moment of creation, the creator imprisoned the Dark One outside the pattern, or outside the Wheel of Time. This means that the Dark One is in a prison outside space, time, and basically all of life, all of existence. It's believed the creator did this to make sure the Dark One doesn't interfere with the Great Pattern or all the threads of life. The Dark One itself cannot escape this prison and instead needs those inside the pattern to do so. This is easy to convince some people to do so because he promises them that he will remake the world where there's no longer suffering. They can have a better life, a great life.
The wheel keeps turning and people keep hurting. Every man who comes to this shite town has a story. Flood, drought, war. The dragon has a chance to change all that. Break the wheel. Make it stop.
Since only those outside the pattern can truly change the Great Pattern, the Dark One is incredibly dangerous to the creator's grapes, or flowers, or worlds. However, it should be noted that the creator made so many worlds that one world being lost to the Dark One doesn't mean all the worlds are lost. In fact, space and time cannot be completely destroyed by the Dark One simply winning on one world in one timeline or age. However, the Dark One's goal is to basically break the wheel or the creator's creation and remake it in its own image where it is in control. Or if it can't be in control, simply destroy all of existence. If we were to guess the intent of the creator, it's just to create. It cares about its work enough to have safeguards in place to keep its vision in line. It cares enough to perhaps communicate and put itself in rare human vessels. However, there are a lot of questions about what the creator is. How many worlds has the creator lost? How many more worlds will the creator lose? Why does the creator have the same 7 ages repeat over and over again? Honestly, answers we will most likely never get. So that is the creator, the cosmic being that created everything, even the things that aren't, or weren't, or aren't.